Live from the Texas Cheerlickers Studios. It's in the building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Oh, man. I want to start off today with a little show and tell. I want to give a quick shout out here to a member, longtime member, a guy called Henry Garza. Went and met Henry yesterday. It was worth the trip across town. Met him over by Jefferson High School, where his young son was getting ready for high school football practice, or I guess youth league football.
Shout out to the Mustangs.
I don't know if this kid will play. I think he's little, but that's where they have their practices. So I'm going to show you what this guy Henry gave me. You ready?
Sure.
Look at this stuff. Look at this.
That's fire.
Dude, look at that. About that.
That's fire.
So he's like, I know you guys have been looking
That's
for stuff
fire.
to put into your studio, especially with the TV show now. Dude, how about the in the building football helmet?
That's fire.
Shit.
That is fire.
That's awesome. We'll put this right. So tomorrow is when we do our TV show.
Yes.
We got to put this right in the middle of us tomorrow, right there on that little table. Isn't that cool?
Why not?
Shout out to member Henry Garza for hooking me up with this, man. This is so cool. I'm like, dude, let me pay you. He didn't want to take any money. You know, this is all, he went and bought the helmet on his own and then did the artwork. It's on both sides. Hell, badass is that. It won't fit on my giant head, or I'd put it on. It's like a youth size helmet, but how cool is that, man?
That is fire.
Shit.
That wasn't cheap.
No, this is awesome. I told him I'd keep it forever. It's very, very cool. We'll put this in the studio and keep it there.
Did you tell him, hey, I won't be giving it away in a horse race?
You know, I should have. He didn't say anything, but I should have told him that this will not. No, this is ours. We're keeping.
Yeah.
This one. We're keeping this one. So thank you to Henry Garza, a longtime member and supporter of our show, and he's a big player in our barbecue every year. Freaking barbecue, man. Speaking of members, welcome to new member. Right off the top, we have a guy who's already signed up for a membership today, Dutch Boy Fresh. Welcome in here, dude. Appreciate that very much.
Dutch Boy Fresh.
Dutch Boy Fresh.
Is he from the Netherlands?
Based on his picture, if I can just like stereotype him, no.
Las Vegas.
Is he a Vegas guy?
Yeah, Pub Sports Radio.
Oh,
really?
One of y'all's. We okay.
We're slowly converting them.
Slowly bringing them in.
We're a good break from Pub Sports. Let me talk to y'all. I know what the channel is.
Okay.
I know what the channel is, and I respect it. I got a lot of friends in that business. I respect it, but let us be your break from it before you give away your money. Because nobody's really that good at it. You know, There's probably about 5% that's good at it. Like, you know how, Mike and I, we do this to get away from the world that we live in. And y'all come to us to get away from this crazy world we live in. Mm-hmm. Pub Sports, let us be your break before you break the bank. Let us be your break from it. You can't talk gambling 24 hours a day. Well, you can, but let us calm you down, rethink a bet, and then go and do your thing with Jimmy and my boy Dabby and the rest of the gang over there at Pub Sports Radio. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to Jeff Slaughter. Shout out to Southtown 101. And a huge shout out to Buki. So yeah, Pub Sports. Appreciate y'all.
And forever. I say this all the time, and I don't want to get all cheesy here. We got to do a show, but like we're such a grassroots show. We're just like, our show is what it is because a bunch of dudes got together and just wanted to form a friend. We're a friend group is what we are. That sounds cheesy, I guess. But I feel we're like a club. We're like a social club, because you and I are allowed to do this every day because the members of our social club. And we literally have members and subscribers. I'm not saying that I'm not Jason Bateman in here doing this podcast. I'm not world renowned. But how many fucking podcasters show up and meet dudes that do stuff like this for them?
Not many.
Dude, come on, man.
Thank you, Henry. Cool. It was Henry, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you, Henry. Sincerely.
Yeah, I need to introduce. You may have met him. You just didn't know.
I'm positive I have. I know I have.
Got an amazing mustache.
Oh, yes, I know Henry.
Incredible mustache. Yeah. And
Yes, that
it's
mustache is very 70s Bush.
yes, it's he needs to like go full Raleigh fingers. Remember,
Like if he put a bikini on it, the hairs will come out on the side.
right, Bouquet. 1978 Playboy.
Love you, Henry.
Bouquet, do you know who Raleigh Fingers was?
Of course he does.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we're gonna start doing something. I'm gonna become Jose's baseball history.
Give
teacher.
him you'll be his almanac.
Yes, I'm gonna be.
Do you know what an almanac is, Jose?
Yeah, an encyclopedia.
It's like it's a predictor of the coming year. It's an indicator based on past things, like they predict the weather for the next year, how the crops are going to be, how the earth's going to spin, these kinds of things. So I sent Bouquet something really cool this morning. I sent him a podcast. It's only 30 minutes. So we're going to have Jeff Pearlman on next week as a guest. Jeff Pearlman's just wrote this amazing book on Tupac. He's a 9-time New York Times best-selling author.
First off, fuck your bitch and the click you claim. West side when we ride. Oh, sorry.
Correct.
Sorry.
We need more of that. By the way, I'm going to finish that point about Jeff. We need more of this guy right here. We need that guy to show up way more. Anyway, so Jeff he's a Hall of Fame writer for sports writing.
Yes.
But he wrote a book on Tupac, spent 3 years writing the book on Tupac. But Jeff still does it daily. He does his own little podcast 2 or 3 days a week when he's not writing books. They're only 20 to 30 minutes a pop. And he did a podcast a couple of days ago on the great Mark Fidrich, Mark the Bird Fidrich. Old 1970s baseball fans will know who Mark the Bird Fidrich was. I assume Bouquet had no idea who Mark was. And so I sent Bouquet a podcast this morning that Jeff Pearlman does on the story of Mark the Bird Fidrich, who was the story of the 1976 baseball season for a lot of reasons that Bouquet wouldn't even begin to know why. So I can't wait for you to listen to the podcast. So from time to time, you're going to hear me. I'm going to give Bookie baseball lessons, not baseball lessons, baseball history.
See what he knows. And then when he doesn't know, we teach.
And I can't predict what he's going to know because he's the biggest baseball fan I know of the current game.
Sure.
But his baseball history is lacking. I've told you need to go out and get like a baseball encyclopedia. I think you'd love it. And
Buki, this is like, picture this like a guy that's really good at basketball. He's really good at a jump shot, right? But he sucks at going to the hole. So what do you do in the offseason? You work on getting your shot off the dribble and getting to the bucket. You are a great baseball fan, but what is lacking from your baseball resume is the history. And baseball fans are historians historically. Historically, baseball fans know everything. And now I get it. Your pops may have not been into baseball like that. So, you didn't have that guy like Big Mike teaching you things that came before you. So in the off season, we're going to work on your game. We're going to work on giving you a full rounded baseball game. And Mike's going to get you up to speed on your history. Think of it like that. You're working on your left hand. Right. You can already go right. You go right is the current game. Go left and learn your history.
Correct.
Good morning to you guys as well.
Good morning, dude. You're kind of like Jeremy Sohan. You're pretty good at all of it, but we need to get you a master of one of it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So Mr. Taylor's Baseball History 101. Lesson 1 is Mark the Bird Fidrich. Anyway, what the hell was I talking about? Anyway, that's it. Thank you to Henry Garza. It's such a cool scene we've got here as a little show. And I rely on Jose for today's baseball shit. Like,
I'd be screwed without Jose. I'd be screwed without Jose.
I did see did you see the guy last night, Rudy? I know Bouquet did.
I saw him.
A dude shows up in Detroit for game 3 of the DS series they're playing against the Tigers, the Mariners. He's a Mariners fan, and he had a Dump Here t-shirt on, or he made a jersey that had Dump Here. And it wasn't like he was sitting behind the dugout. He was way the hell out in left center field behind the bullpen. And I'll be damned if Cal Raleigh, a.k.a. the Big Dumper, the runaway MVP of the league this year, doesn't hit a bomb into the bullpen. It bounces into the bullpen and then goes right into the hands of the dude in the dump hair shirt, surrounded by Tigers fans.
I don't know what y'all believe in, and I don't care. It's all good. We can all still get along, but you can't tell me something ain't going on for that to happen.
That was the universe.
I don't know what it is or what you believe in, pure luck, whatever, but that just doesn't happen. The chances of that, like the universe was just on his side, and if I'm not mistaken, the Mariners went up 2-1.
Bad Bunny got a ball too. Y'all see that? Bad Bunny caught a ball.
I did.
I ain't never caught a ball. All the games I've been to in my life. Now, I don't go as much as I used to. I would love to go on a road trip to the Ranger game with y'all next year, but all the games I've been to in my life, big league games, college games, mission games, Frisco Rough Riders games, Astros games. I've been to Angels games in LA. I've been to Dodger Stadium. I've been to Yankee Stadium. I ain't never come close to a damn ball. Have y'all ever got a ball?
No, hell no. I haven't been in. No, I have not. I've only been to 2 Major League Baseball games, one Astro World Series versus the Rangers and one Astros versus the Dodgers when it was Minute Maid. So I've only been to 2.
I've been to all-star games, playoff games, never come close. Bouquet, have you ever got a ball?
No, never. I went to the home run derby last year, and
you couldn't even catch one at the derby.
Yeah, no, I thought that was the moment, and I was like, no, not even close.
So soon to be controversial Super Bowl halftime performer Bad Bunny gets a ball at a playoff game the other night.
Did you see Eric Dickerson rip Bad Bunny?
Eric Dickerson did.
TMZ caught up with him and, hey, what do you think about Bad Bunny? If he hates America, then stay his ass over there.
Oh my God.
And I had to remind people, like, hey, you got to remember this guy was really, really, really good at football in Texas. So he didn't go to class. So he doesn't know. When you're really good at football in Texas, they just pass you along. He didn't know Puerto Rico's a part of us. He didn't know. He got gold Camaros and free money. Like, he didn't go to class. This is Eric Dickerson. Y'all can't. People are like, who's going to tell him? I'm like, no one. He's Eric Dickerson. He's one of the greatest running backs to ever walk the planet. He didn't go to school.
So he was too busy riding around on that gold-plated Trans Am that the Aggies gave him to not go there.
Some people might. Have you ever talked to somebody who's just too dumb for you to get mad at? You're like,
yes.
You just look at him like.
The answer is yes.
You just laugh at him and pound him up. Hey man, you stay up, man. I'm gonna holler at you.
Yeah, free speech goes out the window for half this country. Depending on who says what, half this country gets pissed off at somebody every day. Whether it's the half on the left or the half on the right, every day half this country's pissed at something dumb. It's silly. Anyhow, whatever. It's it. Aaron Judge saved the Yankees.
Hey! Let me move my mic.
Go ahead. I know you
see that mother father. Did you see that mother father? He's ass. He sucks. He's this. He's that. Yeah, Buki. Yeah, Buki. I couldn't wait to get in here. Pinstripes, baby.
Yeah.
And Buki. Who's the only person that can make the Yankee hat more famous than a Yankee can?
Jay-Z.
Okay, I'm just making sure I didn't have to fire you. Anyway, moving on. Let's go, Taylor.
I saw the great Alicia Keys do that song at the NBA All-Star game in Dallas.
No shit.
Yeah, I was hoping Jay-Z would show
up.
No.
His arrogant son of a bitch ain't showing up. He's an arrogant son of a bitch.
On the NBA All-Star game, the NBA All-Star game was at Dallas. And Alicia Keys did the halftime. And she did, and I'm like, why are you playing that? That's great. You are the most beautiful woman on the planet.
But it's Texas.
We are in Texas. I guess she didn't cover a George Strait tune. It's okay. It's fine. Anyway, how are we doing today? Everybody good? 421 is the number of this program. Once again, we're at home. And today it's on me. I appreciate it. I got a lot of stuff I want to do today with my twins who are here this week. Because in Hawaii, they don't value education as much as some. So they get a fall break as well, not just a spring, but a fall too. And so my kids are with me, and doing the shows at home allows me more time to hit the streets and have fun with them. So I appreciate you.
No, Hawaii understands that you don't need to be in school as long as these kids are.
That's one way to spin that, man.
How I understand. Cornerstone. My nephew goes to Cornerstone.
Mm-hmm.
They get a fall break. I mean,
really?
Hell, their parents are paying $10,000 a year.
Oh, your buddy's getting a hell of a lot better education than my kids are on the public shithole they go to in Hawaii.
How we doing? It's 421. From the Texas Cheer Liquor Studios, which today is our houses. I appreciate that. We've already, if you want to donate money to us, you certainly may do so by jumping into the super chat and becoming a member, but also you can tip us as we go by super chatting us. You can tip us $1. You can tip us $1 million. It's up to you. We'll take it and we'll do good things with it and help. We give Bouquet a little bonus here. We owe him a bonus, by the way. He's worked hard lately. We owe him a little bonus.
He gets taken care of. He gets
my bills paid first, and then we'll take care of Bouquet.
I'm gonna take care of him. We'll take care of him, man. He'll be. Bookie gets Jeff Slaughter and the Puff Sports people take good care of Bookie.
They do, and thank God to them. I'm glad you shouted out Jeff again. They take care of this show too, and I appreciate.
Yes, they do.
Puff Sports Radio. All right, so I don't want to jinx you. I don't want you to get the big head. Are you sure we're going to be able to pull off this interview that we have scheduled? We're supposed to have a guest, and we're all three in different locations. Are we good technically?
Yeah, we're fine.
Are we sure?
No.
Are we sure?
100% positive as HIV.
It's one way to say that, I guess. Sure. Okay.
That's super positive. That's 100% positive.
Magic Johnson positive, huh? Okay.
You guys said that I'm not assertive, saying yes, no, maybe. Now I'm too positive for you guys.
Well, you always have to be such a shock jock, man. You know.
I didn't like that. That was unfortunate, Jose.
No.
I'm just positive.
Rudy gets triggered by HIV talk. Be careful.
Why don't y'all put on condoms, people? I know they suck, but just wear them.
Who wants to do that?
Well, he has a point. He does make a point. I would say something right now, but I'm at home and I've got 13.
Oh, you got 13
on the other side of that wall in there.
Okay.
So I'm going to refrain what I was going to say. We'll go back to normal next week when the kids.
Yeah. Let's wait.
All right. The Spurs preseason's underway. I was going to get to this last Friday, I think, or maybe Monday. I lose track of the days. And we're late on this, but did y'all see where ESPN released? And of course, they do this shit for the NFL too. They released the 100 best players in the NBA. Did you guys see where Wemby was named the 5th best player in the league?
Which is way too high.
I don't disagree. I think that's right there. I think he's that good. We just haven't seen it yet.
He's not better than Luka. He's not better than Giannis. He's not better than Joker. He's not better than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay. All 4 of those are ranked ahead of him on this list.
He's not better than Steph Curry. He's not yet. He's not better than Steph Curry right now. He's not.
I'd rather for this year, I'd rather have Wemby than Steph Curry.
I didn't say that. Well, first of all, if I'm building a franchise, Jose, obviously I would take Wemby over Curry.
Just this year.
He's not better than Steph Curry. He's done nothing. He's done nothing.
We're
that's the problem with what's going on with Wemby. And first of all, I'm glad they did this because now I can hold them even more accountable. They're saying you're a top 5 player in the league that can't get into a play-in in a world where 20 teams go. Only 10 teams stay home. There's 30 teams in the league. 10 of them get in the playoffs. Air quotes. He's done nothing.
So where would you have him?
Top 10.
Okay.
Not 5.
Their top 5 is number 1 is Nikola Jokic.
Fair.
2 is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Fair.
3 is Luka Doncic.
Fair.
4 is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Okay.
And Wemby's 5.
Who's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10?
I don't have that.
Okay.
See if you can get there 6 through 10. It'll be a good debate.
Look, I'm trying to piss the chat off. I'm just trying to run these comments up.
I do think it's based on right now. Like right now.
Okay.
Steph's still pretty freaking good. And the fact that they're still competitive at all up at Golden State, is due to his greatness.
Minus the Achilles tear. If he doesn't have the Achilles tear, he's not right now. He's not better than Jason Tatum. He's not. He's not better than.
I think I agree.
He's not better than Jason Tatum. He's not. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think
Tatum's on this list just because of his Achilles.
He's not better than Anthony Edwards. And Anthony Edwards gets on my nerves dropping N-bombs in front of a bunch of white people at a podium and his pants hanging half off of his ass. He's an ignorant son of a bitch, and he has no truth tellers around him. Pull up your fucking pants and stop saying, I don't care about the N-word. I'm not saying that don't say it. I'm just saying don't say it at press conferences around white people. He's an ignorant bastard and nobody around him telling him the truth. And it drives me crazy. You're one of the faces of the league and you got your pants hanging below your fucking nalgas. Act like a grown man. You're $200 million for Adidas. You're $300 million for Minnesota Timberwolves. Represent us in a better light, sir. But he's not better basketball. Wemby's not better at basketball than Anthony Edwards. He's not. I'm sorry. He's better than KD? His idol?
So the list.
I put him. Yeah, he's ahead of KD. I think he's ahead of KD.
Okay.
The list right here. So Wemby's 5th. Anthony Edwards is 6th. Curry is 7th. LeBron is 8th. Way too high. Durant is 9th, and Jalen Brunson is 10th. I think he's better than all those.
He's better than Jalen Brunson. Okay. Jalen Brunson. I love Jalen Brunson, but this is Mike's theory on the big dumper. If the big dumper played in New York, we'd be treating him like Shohei Ohtani. Brunson's getting this love because he's a Knick. But look, I love Brunson. He can play, but he ain't top 10 in the league. No, he's not. That's that New York love.
Yeah. Did you see your boy Luke Cornett kick ass last night for the San Antonio Spurs in a preseason game?
Yeah, get used to it.
Did well.
Hey, I'll say this. When him and Wemby in the pick and roll is going to be dangerous.
Yep.
I like that pick and roll with those two.
Get used to it. Get used to that shit. He's great.
And I did see. Yes, I saw that. Who said that? Guillermo. Yes, I saw Carter Bryant. I don't know why. Why are we acting like Carter Bryant shouldn't just take over Keldon's role right now?
I think he probably ought to.
We've seen Keldon. I'm not trying to trade him. I'm done trying to trade him. I like Keldon. I love him. He's one of us. He's a San Antonian. I want him on my team. But we've seen that. Let's go with Carter. He's a dog. Anyway.
All right. Well, I sure hope that here in 82 games, when the Spurs have won the division and are the 4th seed in the West and getting ready for a home game in the postseason, there'll be no debate where Wemby stands. But I'm with Rudy on this. I don't know that I would have him 5th. That might be a skosh high. See if you can't mix in 60 games this year and get to the postseason before I start putting you in my top 5.
Right.
I did notice all 5 of those kids are all not Americans. So I hope Eric Dickerson's okay with that.
Talk about it, Mike.
That's something. That's telling, man.
Talk about it. It's a real thing, man. That's why this World versus USA All-Star game is going to be the best one we've seen in a while. Because Americans will be first of all, we're probably going to get ran out the gym, but it's going to be a competitive game. If the Americans give a shit, we'll see.
Let's say that's the starting 5 for the Euros or the World team.
Nobody in the world's beating them.
No.
Nobody.
Hell no. Anyway, it's in the building. We do have a guest coming up in about 5 minutes. So let me know when he's ready to roll, Bouquet. So I don't want him to. He's a very busy man, and he's probably got other things to do after we're done with him. So let me know when he's ready to roll. I get long-winded and I forget about shit.
Me too.
It's in the building, presented in part by Jay Ribaldo of Ribaldo Realty Group, the official
real
estate man of In the Building, Big J. If you are looking to get into the housing market for the fall season, every day, if you look up housing trends and you read the news and this kind of thing, the secret's out. People know San Antonio is a place to live because we, by far, continue to have the cheapest median home costs among all the big 5 counties in this state. Not even close. And people are now realizing, I thought I was going to live in Austin, but San Antonio is $200,000 cheaper. Let me look down there. while there's still time, make sure Jay Ribaldo's on your real estate list. 210-887-1081. You can also email the man directly, jribaldo@kw.com. And as always, mention us. A fine member of this program reached out to us a few days ago and said that he recommended Jay to one of his buddies, I think, who's buying a house. Shout out to something called Blue, who has called Jay Ribaldo to talk about buying a home somewhere in the southern part of San Antonio.
I like Blue. That's a good dude. Hung out with Blue at your barbecue. Am I right?
I think you met. Maybe.
I thought it was a barbecue. I'm pretty sure.
If it ain't the barbecue, or if you'll wind up playing golf with him pretty soon.
Yes, next Saturday.
At some point, pretty quick. All right. All right. The guest is ready. Let's just do it now. Let's just get to him. Want to do it? So one of me and Rudy, we make no secret that we love Deion Sanders. And I said something on the show Monday, and me and Rudy we kicked this around on Tuesday as well. I'm a longtime TCU fan, and it was embarrassing to get beat by Colorado opening week last year. First game out of the chute, not long after playing for the national championship. And I was happy for Deion, though, because I've always loved Deion Sanders. I'm very worried about Deion Sanders, and it was weird to root against him the other night. And I was happy that TCU won, but it was weird to have to see Deion walking around with no shoe on, at points during the game, literally having to sit down while he's coaching. And then he says after the game is over that he felt like his blood clots had come back and he was in major excruciating pain and had some sort of procedure, I think, yesterday. And I've questioned whether or not Deion should keep doing this at his age, for the money he has. His sons are gone. And so we thought we'd have our boy Dr. Giannis on. Dr. Giannis has been on with us a couple of times before. He is Dr. Thomas Giannis, not to be confused with Giannis Antetokounmpo, vascular surgeon here in San Antonio, where me and Rudy do our show every day from the Medical Vein Clinic, and he's on with us now. It's Dr. G. What's up, Dr. G? How you been, man?
Hey, what's up, Mike? Hey, Rudy. Thanks for having me again, man. I was excited to talk to you all again, and every time talk sports and talk medicine with y'all.
Good to see you.
Do all Greek people have great hair?
Oh, thank you. I'll tell my wife that.
What is that? That's some great lettuce you got there.
And hopefully nice eyes. I heard last time,
Yeah, you got nice eyes. They're not as good as mine.
I didn't say it. I didn't claim it. I just heard it, but I took it. You know what I mean?
All right, let's get it started. Like, I'm a guy, Doc, that struggled with blood pressure throughout my 30s and now through my 40s, just because of bad diet and not taking care of myself. Now, past the blood pressure, what are some signs? How does Deion know that his clots have come back? What are telltale signs that you may be? Of course, because we're not Deion, we're not Chris Bosh, we're not Wemby.
Well,
how do I know?
One thing I liked about vascular surgery, and I feel really passionate about, is limb salvage, and that's people losing their legs, losing their feet.
Right.
And the plumbing, the arteries go into your legs. When they get blocked up, man, people lose their feet. It's very real. I've done over 500 amputations in San Antonio.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Man, it's kind of sad for San Antonio. The New York Times, I think it was about 3 years ago, wrote that San Antonio is the amputation capital of the world.
What?
And about 10 in 10,000 diabetics in San Antonio. And I'm not talking toes, I'm talking your whole leg. And it's very sad. It's happening every day in San Antonio.
Wow.
Buddies are doing them. And so it's something I feel really passionate about. It obviously causes tremendous morbidity to people when they lose their leg and their family. It's a huge deal. But essentially, we're talking about arteries, the plumbing going to your feet. And when they get blocked up, you get pain in your feet. You get pain when you walk. And eventually, the end game of that can be amputation. And we can do various things to prevent that. But, the people, to answer your question kind of in a roundabout way, the risk factors are really having diabetes or smoking cigarettes are the two biggest. But also a family history or having really uncontrolled blood pressure. Your arteries do not like that high pressure over time and build up essentially plaque, or what we call atherosclerosis, which looks like the inside of white seashells on the inside of the artery. But when that gets blocked up, the plumbing does not work. That it's really sad. The things you can do to prevent that are obviously see your doctor, control your blood pressure, and don't smoke and don't have diabetes or control it. But the signs that you would have a problem is really if you have pain in your foot, wounds on your feet that aren't healing. Most people, your you're 10 years old and you cut your foot, it heals up within days. So a wound that's not healing on your foot, pain all the time in your feet, or when you walk, you get a cramping feeling in your calf. We call that claudication. It's the people describe, I walk through the grocery store and when I make it to the aisle 2, my calf hurts and I got to stop for a second. And those are all signs that the blood flow is just not getting to your leg.
Wow.
Okay. Obviously, so Dion had some sort of a procedure this week. What was the procedure that he had?
Yeah, this morning, right?
Yeah.
It was yesterday.
What's up with Dion?
When these things all get blocked up, we do various things. We go in there. If it's nice and soft, we can suck it out, like, use something to pull it out or suck it out or use medications to break it up. If it's not, we have to put a stent in there to kind of hold the artery open, or at really bad times, you have to bypass it, where you make a cut above and below where the highway is blocked and sew a new highway. And that's big surgery. But my understanding is that Dion had what we call an aspiration thrombectomy. They're not really saying much on the news other than that, which sounds like he had an acute clot. So instead of it being like concrete in there, it's more like soft gel, and you're able to suck it out. And it sounds like they used a catheter where they went from his groin down to his leg and sucked all the clot out, and were able to reestablish blood flow to his leg. The thing I worry about when I have a patient like that, and I always teach medical students and other, providers, is that you have to figure out what caused it in the first place. Because if not, it can happen again.
Right.
That's some sort of blockage along the pathway that's causing the blood flow to go slow and to clot off. And if you don't fix that blockage and provide better inflow and outflow from the artery, it's definitely a risk factor for it to happen again. And given his history in 2021, I think he's had blood clots removed mostly from the left leg, but also the right leg. And when he was at Jackson State, I think, coaching his son and everyone, he lost the first and second toe on the left side. So,
but he seems like he doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink. So for somebody that's fairly healthy, keeps himself in shape, tries to watch what they eat, how does, like Wemby, Chris Bosh, these are 3 superb athletes we're talking about.
Yes.
What is it with them?
Yep. So, to speak to both, their clots were on the vein side. Dion's is on the arterial side, and the arteries are flowing so much faster. So when you get a blood clot on that side, it's a much worse problem, and also normally much worse condition where you're developing clots on that side. I can't, I'm a big Dion fan. I think he's the best dual sport athlete ever. I think Bo would have had a good chance. I'm an Alabama guy, but Bo Jackson, Auburn. If I were to guess, I've done some research. They're not saying what his genetic predisposition, but he has no risk factors. He said he doesn't smoke. He said he's never smoked in his life. He said if all those kids take one puff at Colorado, it'd be their last puff. So he seems very anti-smoking.
Yes.
He doesn't have diabetes. That would have been all over the news.
Mm-hmm.
But he says he has some genetic predisposition. And if I were to guess, his mom and his uncle both have blood clots. And so it's not a male-to-male inheritance. And so the most common hypercoagulable state or genetic predisposition to have blood clots is something called factor V lead-in, where this thing, factor V in your blood, isn't inhibiting something, you form clots. And it's developed autosomal dominant, which I know I'm nerding out here. I'm not a nerd, but
okay.
It is normally a 50% chance that you pass the disease on to someone in your family, which makes sense if his mom had it and his uncle had it and he has this. I do not know if he has factor V, and I'm not coming out saying he does, but if I were to guess, he has something like that. And it makes me worried that, his sons could get that. And,
damn.
I like Shador. I don't know about the Browns, but we'll see what they're doing.
All right. Well, all right. So look, I would never ask a doctor to try to diagnose someone. He's not a doctor. Dion's not your patient.
Exactly.
But you're privy to the same information we are. Here's a guy who's in his late 50s. He already has had meat literally chopped out of his leg. He's had 2 toes amputated. We have clot issues. He had the bladder cancer scare this year. He probably has $30 million in his checking account this morning. It's like, at some point, and not like you should just sit in a chair the rest of his life, but man, why the hell would you want to just fight through the job of coaching at Colorado? I mean, go back to the studio or something. I guess maybe we're having a sociological discussion, but when you see Dion, do you see a guy that probably ought to just maybe think about cutting his coaching career short and doing something easier rather than that job's so demanding?
Yes, sir. So, I don't know how much stress affects this. I mean, I certainly think
That's a
you should
good
go to the
point.
hospital on, Saturday when this was happening. I'm like, you got acute problem in your leg. You need the blood clot removed. You'd probably be in the hospital on the blood thinning medications and get that thing out. In terms of the day to day, though, once the problem is fixed, I don't think that it's ever going to be fixed. I think he's at very high risk for this to come back and, unfortunately lose limbs and things like that. Hopefully that never happens. But I think it's okay for him to coach. But again, being a coach of a college football team nowadays it's a professional sport, in my opinion. And it's a full-time job. And it's like, people would be, he'd have so many people saying bad things if he had left the game. But if he were my family member, I never would have let him stay at that game. I would have left the game immediately at the first sign of pain. There was a problem in the hospital. So I just don't think you can. I don't think you can give your full all and have these serious medical conditions, especially with the bladder. He had a resection of his bladder with they made colon into bladder, and I've done that surgery before. It's a big deal, and I think he should hang it up. I think he's got a lot to live for. He's a fun guy. Go back to, getting a job and commentating like he was after he retired from football and baseball and watch his kids. And
wow.
How do you feel, Doc, about the fighting Texas A&M Aggies being the best football team in the SEC?
Oh,
since you're a Bama guy.
So my uncle played football at Bama. He was more of a Rudy. You guys have seen the movie.
Yes.
Everyone tells me how good my uncle is. I was like, I think he dressed for like 3 special team plays, and he was tackling it. But hopefully he's not listening. I love you, Uncle Steve. But
we want him to, Doc. Hey, we want him to hear this because we want him to tell people that you're on this podcast.
Yeah.
And we'll get Alabama
There you
people
go,
to
all the way in
watch.
New Jersey.
Sorry,
I'm a Vanderbilt guy. How about
Oh,
I think they gave Alabama a good run. I was torn during that game because obviously I love Alabama. Dad's from Tuscaloosa and all that. But Vanderbilt's looking good too.
I was going to say. So I was going to ask you, who were you rooting for the other day?
That's so torn. I want they won yet last year. They threw the goalpost in the river in Nashville. It was awesome. That video of like the night vision, I was into that. Yeah.
But
I don't know if Alabama has a chance to run into the college football playoffs. And it's like, well, at that point, you're like, well, I hope Alabama had that loss to FSU, and FSU was looking good until they lose to UVA.
Yeah, ugly.
So I was torn. It's hard. I would have been happy either way, I guess. But
I don't like y'all being good at sports, Doc.
What's
I don't
up?
like Vanderbilt being good at sports. I want y'all to keep running the world.
There's plenty of him. There's room for football.
I don't want y'all to be good at sports. We got enough.
They were making fun of me. We drove to Tennessee to watch a basketball game. They're like, "Go back to school, you nerds." I was like, "I skipped school to come to this game."
Hey, y'all the ones with the NIL money, baby.
I know.
I've got to donate to it.
Okay, one more and we'll let you go. Do you hate Kalen DeBoer?
Ooh.
He took him to Washington to the college football playoffs a couple years ago.
I sense hesitation in your voice.
I actually kind of like the guy. I think on the sidelines he's not Nick Saban. He's not yelling at him. He doesn't have the same culture, but he's doing his own thing. And I think we got some players this year. I think he needs to discipline them a little bit for these stupid penalties we have in some of these games.
Great point.
But I think he's going to do well. I think you got to give him a little bit. It's just like Aaron Glenn and the Jets. I'm a Jets fan.
Oh gosh.
But it's I can't even watch the games. But it's like you got to give him more than 1 year. Don't fire the guy.
Right. No, you're right about that.
Let's see.
All right, Doc. Look, man. So how long? So 500 plus amputations.
Yes. No, and that's not. I tell people that, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm not exaggerating."
You just blew the minds of this show. That's
it's very.
I didn't know that.
If you're having pain in your foot, you smoke, you're a diabetic. It's very real. We do everything we can to get the blood flow back to your leg, but it's never like you can't replace the plumbing completely. It's always going to be there. It's very real and very sad, and it's from what we're eating and the smoking we're doing and all that stuff. So everything in moderation. But if you have a problem with that, come see me or some other guy that knows all about the blood flow and get it fixed, because I hope Coach Prime is, walking the sidelines of NFL games and at his kids' games and all that for the rest of his life. But
yeah, man.
Are you including cigars, Doc?
I mean, you're not smoking cigars like, chain smoking it all day. I think it's, every once in a while.
Because my wife listens, and if she hears and she hears you say cigar smoke is in there, I'm F.
No, I think it's good.
All
And
right. Oh my God.
I follow you on Instagram. I got your Graham games going strong. I follow you on that. So
I got to follow you back, Doc. What's your handle? What's the handle?
Yeah, let them know.
I'm already following you.
T.
Okay.
Giannis, yeah.
T.
D.
Giannis.
Giannis. All right.
My wife's like, why don't you post on my birthdays and stuff? I'm like, I don't know. I wish, you know.
You don't post your wife on her birthday?
I know it's bad.
Bro,
apparently that's
what are you
sacrilegious, you know?
Hey, it's good
But I
thing
told you in person, you know.
It's a good thing you're rich. When you're rich, you ain't got to do that.
All right, man.
Well, I
Look,
love being on with y'all, and if you ever
Thanks.
need
Thank you, brother.
Same.
Same,
Same, man. Where are your seats this season? At
Oh,
Spurs?
I moved up like 2 rows. They're in like the midsection. I'm still not getting the VIP entrance though, you know.
Well, we'll
Hey,
see
but
if we can
when-
help you. We'll see if
Hey,
I can hook you up with that this year.
That practice game on Monday, Wemby looks like a beast.
Yeah, man.
He does.
Let's
He
go.
does. Looks like a
go.
bully.
So we'll see.
All right, Doc. All right.
Thank you, Doc.
Next
All right.
time. So, all right. I want to have you on periodically to talk about stuff. And God, you depressed me a little bit with Dion, but I also feel justified because I've wondered this week myself, why would he continue to do that? And I'm worried about him long term. So
Yeah, I just think like with how big college football is, you can't give it your all if you're with these
Mhm.
serious health problems. Like you said,
Yeah.
if I had that much money, I'd just be hanging out on Monday Night Football. So
agree. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it very
y'all
much.
have a
Thanks,
good
Doc.
day.
Thanks,
Thanks
Doc.
for having
You
me
too.
on.
There he is, Tom Giannis. Medvein Clinic. He has personally done over 500 amputations in
In
this
San
town.
Antonio.
Oh, that's one guy. Oh,
And he
my
said the New York Times
God.
called us the amputee capital of America.
And it's not close. Ow.
You see, we be bragging. Oh, we got the best tacos. Yeah, we also got the
Yeah.
best amputee doctors.
Yeah, because we have to have them. Good Lord. So thanks to Dr. G for coming on. And Dion said yesterday, still 100% committed to coaching at Colorado, have no inclination to quit. I'm like, well, okay. I just don't want to see him die.
But Mike, I just don't know if the problems stop just because he quits football. That's the only thing. So if it's still going to have those problems, why not keep doing what you love? But I hear what you're saying.
Because you don't get any sleep. You're constantly on your feet.
Yeah, that's true.
And you can't be walking around a sideline with one shoe on. Come on, man. What are we doing?
That's fair.
Anyway, I just worry about him big time. All right, it's Dr. Giannis from Medvein Clinic. Thank you, Doc. We met him after Wemby got hurt with the blood clot, and he's been on a couple times since then. So appreciate that. All right, it is in the building. Y'all want to get a little violent? Let's go a little violent.
Yeah.
Do some punching. Let's do some punching today. It's time for people that want to punch on In the Building on Love You Hard TV.
Now, it's time for People I Want to Punch on In the Building.
All right.
Who you going with, Mike?
All right. I don't want this to take over the show. It's going to require my readers. I want to punch longtime college football writer Dan Wolken.
Oh, God. Buki triggered you?
Well, Javi Cardenas or whoever tweeted this, the guy who covers UTSA. Bouquet probably knows who I'm talking about. I think I got the name right.
Not a fraud like what's his name? Shout out to him.
Dan, and I shouldn't even be giving this the time of the day. Well, Dan Wolken's a longtime college football writer, and he was with, I think he's written for SI in the past. He was with USA Today for a while. That's you failing USA Today. They're failing. And now Yahoo rescued his ass. Slammed Jeff Traylor in a post yesterday, basically wondering what's the big fucking deal about Jeff Traylor. And I'm not even going to read the blurb. I'm just going to say, look, he talked about how it's fair to say UTSA is struggling. They're not as good. They have
Traylor's
suffered.
name might not be as hot as we think it is here.
Fair. That's fair.
Right.
And they've struggled in NIL. But he also wrote in his deal, in his blurb, that according to his sources, when Jeff interviewed for Texas A&M, it was a poor interview.
It went horribly.
That's
That's what he said.
That's such bullshit. Take it from me, it did not go horribly. A&M didn't have the guts to hire Jeff, and I get it. It's A&M. It's
What
Big
wasn't a big enough
Plantation.
name? Is that what you're saying?
No experience. He's never been a head
On
coach
the big level.
in the
Gotcha.
in the SEC in a Power 4 school, and that's fine. And Mike Elko. and thumbs up to the Aggies, are doing well. But that's bullshit that he was a bad interview. He ain't a bad interview. It's bullshit. I have Aggie sources that say he was not a bad interview. And then he also wrote, this idiot Wolken, that if UTSA doesn't turn it around, Traylor may not even be welcome in San Antonio. Like, he basically suggested that Lisa Campos would fire Jeff if they don't start winning again. Dude, that is such a lie. If you write something and a source gave you bad information, I'm not going to jump on a writer. If you give an opinion, I'm not going to, that's your opinion. I get paid to give my opinions. But to suggest that that Jeff actually might be in trouble at UTSA, are you fucking kidding me? That dude is going to coach the Roadrunners as long as he wants to, and he's alive. There is no way they're going to fire Jeff Traylor in San Antonio, because they know, unlike the Joe Jose Bouquets of the world, they know over at UTSA that without Jeff Traylor, they are screwed. Look how hard it is for Jeff to keep winning in the NIL period. Try somebody else. Try it. Go get go get somebody else. See how that goes. UTSA is scared to death that Jeff Traylor's going to walk. Anyway, punch that asshole, Dan Wolken. He has a long history of triggering college football coaches and fan bases. He loves to troll, and he's a shithead. So, sorry, I didn't mean to take so long.
It's all good. Before I
was just trying. I was to drive by. I didn't mean to shoot. I stopped you.
No.
My bad.
Before I start my punch, J-Rod, we do not have a pool sponsor. If you know someone, let us know and have them email one of us. My punch will be, we talk a lot about culture and how things are messed up, and we spend a lot of that time talking about the Cowboys because either you love them or you hate them, but you always watch. So we spend a lot of time talking about their culture. But, there's other really, really bad teams in pro sports, and one of those is the Arizona Cardinals. And I'm punching the Arizona Cardinals today for being a dumbass organization that doesn't allow their head coach to jump the ass of a player that made a high school mistake in a pro football game where Gannon will be fired way before that player will be. Fine him $100,000 because he bumped into his right arm. Oh my gosh. He bumped into, and then Gannon's coming out like, yeah, I kind of got beside myself. No, you did the right thing, Gannon. And if that player had, first of all, he probably, what was the player's name? Because you punched him earlier this week.
TCU's own Amari DiMercato.
Okay, if DiMercato, I don't think he makes
I love
a lot.
The kid.
I don't think he makes enough money. I don't know how much money he makes, but if he makes enough money and he's any man, he'd give you 25 to 50K of that $100,000 fine. That's again, we talk a lot about the Cowboys, but I can give you the Bengals, I can give you the Browns, and I can give you who I'm punching, the Arizona Cardinals, is also one of those teams that are just dysfunctional. Every year they get Fs across the board on how their facilities are and their trainers and their vending machines and their weightlifting room. They get Fs across the board for a team that clears $1 billion after the janitor's paid. Yep. Don't have facilities that are up to par. And oh, by the way, they fine their coach $100,000 for coaching, making a 16, 17-year-old person mistake that we've seen a million times. And he's being consoled by the left tackle. Oh, and Gannon went over there as he should have and ripped his ass. Tore his ass a new one and accidentally bumped into him. So, you can't touch players.
He slapped at him a little bit.
Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Punch the Arizona Cardinals. That's why you are who you are. And that's why you will never win a damn thing. Your stadium ain't even named whatever it is now. That's Charlie Kirk Stadium now. Yeah, you're a piece of shit organization and you deserve to be punched. Sorry.
Trump agrees with you. Let's rename the stadium Charlie Kirk. This is the shit that I jump on Gen Xers and baby boomers for, and millennials to an extent, when they criticize these Gen Zers for being soft. Where are they seeing soft behavior?
From us.
When your 60-something-year-old owner finds your 40-something, 30-something-year-old coach because he got on the player's ass a little bit and kind of swiped at him a little bit. He's got shoulder pads on, for fuck's sake. It wasn't like he was Bob Knight choking him. He didn't look Krill Spreewell, the guy.
Mike, what are we doing?
Bullshit. I don't know. could not. This is of all the things I've agreed with you on in the 2 years we've worked together, and there've been a lot. I've never agreed with you more than I do today. Well, if y'all haven't seen the video, go back and look. So, like Rudy said, he dropped the damn ball crossing the plane. Dumbass crap. We never had any issues with him at TCU. He's a good kid. He just
had a mistake, and he deserved to get his ass jumped.
Yes. It wasn't like he put him in a chokehold or anything. Coach was pissed, and the coach apologized publicly.
He had to.
But then the franchise fines him $100,000. If I'm DeMercado, I put this to bed today. I agree with you. Next time you talk to the media, be like, hey, I'm sorry for coach getting fined. I was dumb. It's all good. We're good. Let's move on. Let's go. We're good. The Cardinals are not terrible, ironically.
They're not.
They're not. Kyler Murray's always hot and cold every week, but they're not horrible. They're a playoff contender still, even though they had a shitty bonehead way to lose the other night. The Cardinals could still win the division. They have what it takes. I like they've got young talent. It's a good punch. I mean, how do you expect these kids to get tough when we act soft?
That was the worst. That probably, again, I've seen some bad fines in the NFL, especially around the time we're targeting and helmet to helmet. But this is a top 3. I don't want to be prisoner of the moment. This is a top 3 awful fines I've seen in my lifetime.
Awful. It's a great punch. All right, Orlando Kill, he brings us people I want to punch each and every day. Don't punch your ex-wife or soon-to-be ex-wife. Don't punch her. That'll mess you up in court. But you can punch her on paper in court with the man. Orlando Kill. Sweet, sweet man. Out of court. But in the court, he turns into Heisenberg. I have used him. You should too. It is Orlando Kill, the official family lawyer in the building. 210-775-4995. You can email him directly at orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. All right. Let's do some What You Watching Wednesday, shall we? Shall we spin into that? We haven't.
Give me the music, Bookie.
I got to start remembering What You Watching Wednesday. All right, Bookie, it's time for
What You Watching Wednesday.
My man.
On In the Building.
All right, this one's got a sponsor today, too. Texas Cheerleader.
Codigo, baby. Get your Codigo. George, this is the Kang's juice. This is George Strait Tequila right here. That good old Codigo.
I'll get on that Codigo. I need some of that Codigo.
Codigo.
Perfect timing, too, because we had we played Russ singing George Strait the other night. It was great.
Yeah.
All right, so What You Watching Wednesday?
Man.
Presented by Texas Cheerleader.
I'm going to be a prisoner of the moment again. Landman.
Yes, sir.
And again, I'm through episode 6.
Nice. You're rolling through it.
One of the most well-written shows I've watched in a long time. And again, I'm not what's the word? I'm not super toxic masculine, right? I'm not that person. Like, I got 3 daughters, a mom, 2 sisters, like women all around me. But it's good to see men. It's good to watch TV and watch men being men.
Thank you.
That's all I'm saying. Okay, ladies, don't get mad. Don't get upset with me. You know what I mean? I'm just saying sometimes it's refreshing because our television and our entertainment is super inclusive now, and that's a good thing, especially coming from a black man. You know, when Sidney Poitier's coming up, you know, you are at some point you want to see black people too. So I'm all about inclusiveness, but every now and then it's okay to see men being men, and that show is about men being men. It's well written. And again, sorry, Billy Bob, I forgot how good you were, sir.
He's the man.
I forgot how good you were. And again, I'm glad season 2. I'm glad that I'm finishing around the time when season 2 is going to start, because when you watch a series like you watched it, you may have to go watch episode 10 again before you start the new one. Like, I'm going to be finishing to where I'm going to be at the edge of my seat waiting for season 2. What's your boy's name from Fort Worth?
Taylor Sheridan.
Tip of the cowboy hat to you, Taylor.
You're
a bad mother father.
That
show is great.
He's the greatest modern Western writer and producer and director in the last 60 years.
He's awesome. This show is so good. It is so good and so well written, and the actors and the roles, and seeing some faces that I've never seen, but they're holding their own. I love Landman.
The Mexican girl who plays Billy Bob's son's girlfriend.
Yes.
She's from San Antonio. She's from here.
She's from San Antonio?
She's a San Antonian. I can't think of her name. Somebody in the chat will help me out with that.
I didn't know that.
Mexicana, she's dating Billy Bob's son on Landman. Don't want to give away too much.
Yeah, I want to give away too much, but
What's her name? She's great. She's awesome. So I watched 60 Minutes last night.
Really?
I watched 60 Minutes. I watch 60 Minutes every week. And last night they had a really great piece. It's funny that Texas Cheer Liquor brings us what you watching Wednesday today, because I thought about y'all. I actually texted Rudy and
oh
Mr.
yes,
Steen a link if y'all have not seen. They did a piece this week on this rise in semi trucks being hijacked, right? But not like what you would think, like, a couple of mafiosos putting up a roadblock and stopping a truck and pulling a gun on the driver and taking over. They're hijacking semi trucks digitally. They're changing truck routes. They're creating fake truck companies, because a lot of times companies will hire a third-party trucking company. My brother's a truck driver. I need to ask him about this. Companies that need stuff delivered, and in this case, it was Santos Tequila, which is owned by Sammy Hagar and Guy Fieri. They own Santos Tequila, and they had over $1 million worth of their tequila hijacked. And what happens is these third-party truck companies, these criminals are creating fake companies online, hiring drivers, and then telling drivers where to go. And drivers feel like, oh, great, cool, I'm doing a route. The drivers don't even know that they're participating in crime. They had 2 semi-trucks full of their tequila. It was supposed to go to Pennsylvania.
Called Santos. It's called Santos.
Yeah, in their distribution warehouse. They didn't wind up in the distribution warehouse. The CEO of the company is like, hey, where's the shipment? And they oh no, we had a maintenance issue with the truck in Cleveland. We're fine. Truck will be there tomorrow. Okay, great. Truck never showed up. They were just stalling because the CEO of Santos Tequila was talking to a criminal online who had hacked into his shit. Some of the tequila wound up in a warehouse in Los Angeles. A bunch of tequila wound up on a cargo ship and wound up in Armenia, way the hell out in the middle of Asia. And there's a rise of this. It's not just tequila, it's all kinds of products. Trucks being hijacked by hackers who work for gangsters, like Mexican drug cartels are in on this big time, and overseas gangsters too, man. It's a great piece. I thought of y'all I thought of Mr. Singh because he owns 7 liquor stores, and they sell Santos Tequila. How much do you move? Y'all have it on the shelf now? Because he had a shortage.
Yeah, it's one of the more popular tequilas. It's one of the real additive free, not like the fake ass Don Julio and Casamigos, which is a whole other thing. But yeah, we move a ton of it, and it was real prevalent when the tequila, probably one of the more expensive tequilas, the Fortaleza, was being hijacked also by the cartel. Yeah. That's also being hijacked because it's in such hot. That's why, when you go to these stores and there's the low shortage in Fortaleza, it's not production. It's a lot of it's being hijacked. And I didn't know that Santos had fell victim to this too until you sent me that piece last night.
It's really good. And Guy Fieri, he was just like, it's so disheartening when your CEO calls. It's like, hey, got to tell you something. Yeah, what's up? We are missing some stuff. How much? About $1 million worth. $1 million worth of tequila was stolen. Most of it wound up in Asia. They can't get this shit back. It's gone. Loss.
It's on the black market for
absolutely loss. Which is why more and more companies now have decided, you know what? We're not going to go hire some third party. Let's just buy the trucks ourselves. Hire our own drivers to make sure that these are the products, because now you can trick companies into they think the truck's coming to you when really they got it going across the country to fucking criminals. It's insane. Anyway, it's a good piece. That's what I'm watching. So it was a really good piece if you get a chance to see it. All right. It is in the building. Big Al's in the building with a $5 donation. Thank you, Big Al. What y'all think about that versus battle between Cash Money and No Limit Records?
Okay, so during COVID, when we're all on lock, Timberland, the great producer, and Swiss Beats, Alicia Keys' husband, who we talked about earlier, they started the versus battles where, I don't know, was one of them. Snoop Dogg greatest hits versus DMX greatest hits. And they would come together in the studio, take their COVID tests, and DMX would perform his hits, 20 hits, and Snoop Dogg will perform 20 hits, and then the internet decides who wins. So now, even though I don't know how it's going to work, because again, during COVID, it was genius because we didn't have anything to do. But Cash Money and No Limit, longtime rivals because they're both from New Orleans, both highly, highly successful CEOs in Master P and Baby. Now they're finally going to do their 20 greatest hits versus their 20 greatest hits. I'm down. Again, okay. I'm not as excited before Big Al because, again, I didn't have anything to do but watch verses. But I think it's cool. It's whatever. That's what I think of it. Thanks for your $5.
So me and you grew up in the 90s when rap rivalries were legit.
Yeah.
Dudes were getting murdered and shot
right.
up. We still have some of that. We've had some of that over the years. Rick Ross got his car shot all up.
Yeah.
5-6
Drake and Kendrick,
ago.
the most recent.
But so I wonder, like, how much of today's rivalries is for show?
It's
to
all
basically
of it.
help each other.
All of it.
Like, no one's trying to kill anybody legit.
No.
Okay.
They're not gonna. They can walk past each other right now and nothing. They ain't gonna be no gun smoke. Which is good. That's good.
Which is good. We don't want to get back to that.
We don't want nobody dying.
Shout out to Chris Silva. Just became a new member. Thank you, Chris. 2 new members today, y'all. We're rolling. Appreciate that.
Yes.
Appreciate that. Thank you, man. All right. What else today? Rudy texted yesterday. We didn't get to it. LIV, the alternative evil golf league. Bleeding money, apparently. They don't make any money. Not only are they not making any money, they're losing a shit ton.
Yeah, 2024 spent 400 something million, only made 45.
Oh, that's not a good return.
Yeah, but I was just thinking, like, we talking about different money.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I was just like, does this matter? Do they care?
I saw this headline too. And my reply was, I think that the Saudis don't care about the loss. That's not what they're going for.
What are they going? What are they going for then, in your opinion?
They're trying to win the hearts and minds of a Western audience that likes sports so they can have more say-so in politics and social shit. That's what I think's going on. The Saudi sheiks have, like you say, different money. And I think that this is just a hobby. It's not even just sports anymore. Now we've got the big controversy with all of the comedians now that have been going over and getting criticized. I think that they're doing this to show, hey, we're regular humans too. Just because we have different culture and laws, we're still human beings, and we like sports and we like stand-up comedy. But there's a theory that, what's it called? Whitewashing? Bouquet mentioned this the other day. What do we call
sports washing? Sports
washing, but really it's like it's supposed to be this sinister. It's really, let's just go. Let's make a bunch of dumb Americans like us because we have big sporting events and stand-up comedy shows, and then we can infiltrate them politically, which I don't think is even possible to do.
No.
We'll be having Saudi Arabian sheiks run the United States anytime soon. Or so I don't imagine we're going to. Sports washing, Bouquet? Sports washing.
Accurate. Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, I just thought, I was like, damn, that's a huge number. Like when you just look at business.
Those guys don't give a shit.
They
built a World Cup facility in Qatar in about a year's time, had about 50 dudes get killed while building the stadium.
Yes, they did.
Didn't give a shit about them. They don't care. It's opportunity cost. That's collateral damage.
Cost of doing business. That's what AD
humans
calls
and
it.
Millions of dollars getting lost to be able to take over the world. Thank you, Adrian. Says smash the like button and support the show. It's free. Like the show. Thank you. The show is free. However, you can become a member for just $4.99 a month if you decide to become one, and you'll get all exclusive access to our members-only shows that we do, plus all the swag we give away. You know who probably would like a do-over on because you think North Carolina football feels like it spent too much money already? It turned into a joke. They ain't got the FU money at Carolina. Did you see last night? So there was a plan for a reality show, a Hulu series on Carolina football. They were getting ready to. They were producing it, and all of a sudden now it's been scrapped. They have canceled the Hulu show. So North Carolina was going to be on. They were going to do Hard Knocks College Edition. North Carolina, HBO was that got scrapped. Then there was an agreement to do an in-season series on Hulu covering Carolina football because of Bill Belichick. And now you're 2-3 and you get your ass kicked by random directional schools. And now we've scrapped that too. When, again, I feel like we do this once a week. When is Carolina going to cut bait and just fire the Belichicks right now and just be done with it? Because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Just do it. Bill Belichick is a freaking joke. This only adds to the embarrassment. And it's like, how does Bill not see that he becomes a bigger joke by the week? You're such a softy. I thought you were hard-ass Belichick. Oh, because we're 2-3, now we're going to cancel the series? You know how much money that Carolina football could make off a Hulu series? Belichick don't give a shit about Carolina, like you said yesterday, before this news even came out. He took that job so his son could have a high-paying head coaching job. Belichick's so out of there in 6 weeks, it's ridiculous. It's embarrassing.
Highly embarrassing. Dean Smith rolling over in his grave.
Unbelievable. What else in college ball since we got into it? John Mateer is pushing to go Saturday against the Longhorns despite hand surgery 3 weeks ago. And it sucks that he's going to miss the game.
This got to be offhand. This can't be his throwing hand.
It is offhand, I think. It's
okay.
Offhand. And he's going to try to play on Saturday. And I get it. It's a huge game. He's never played in the OU Texas game before. I mean, they're going to beat Texas with or without John Mateer. If I'm Oklahoma, I got bigger fish to fry than a little pussy-ass 500 Texas where they're washed up and never do well, never got started. Quarterback Arch Manning. OU's going to win the game outright regardless. Michael Hawkins can play. Not Mike Hawk Bouquet. Michael Hawkins. He's the backup quarterback at Oklahoma. He's very good too. Michael Hawkins Jr. can beat Texas. They don't. I don't want to. OU does not need to be risking their entire season so this kid can play against Texas. Yeah.
If you've seen, I don't know if you've noticed, but the media, I don't know if the national media is starting to feel bad about the beating that Arch is taking.
Tough shit.
But no, what I'm saying is, but going back to yesterday, if you missed yesterday's show, Mike brought up some eye-opening stats on Texas versus top 25, 9-15 versus 9-15 in one-score games. The heat is really starting to turn up on Sark as well. It's like, okay, yeah, we know Arch isn't great. Fine, we can see that. But let's just really dig into the numbers, and Sark isn't either. And the heat's starting to turn a little. I'm not saying job security heat. I'm just saying, like, hey, you deserve some of this scathing as well. That's all I'm saying.
And good on. I think Sark's been he's been an asshole lately. And I got to thinking about this because Sark, once again yesterday, was asked about culture. Are you happy with the culture? He's like, are you kidding me? Okay, dude, we're 3-2.
C-word.
We've been to the semifinals 2 fucking years in a row, and now you're asking me about culture? Miss me with that shit. And
that's a fair answer.
And Sark's been an asshole. You know what I think he's doing? I think he's being an asshole on purpose.
To take the heat off of Arch.
Correct.
I'm 40. I'm a man.
Correct.
Got you.
Yeah, I think so. Now, that being said, I don't trust Arch Manning as far as I can pee. And it sucks because I went from loving the kid and can't wait for him to now I don't think he should be starting unless you just want to go 500 this year, scrap the season and develop him. That's fine.
I think you need your prostate checked, Mike.
Who, me? Me?
Yeah, if you can't pee that far, Jesus.
Well, I trust Arch Manning it's probably about, I'll probably get about 2 feet.
By the way, I'd like to plant my flag now. the Texas Longhorns beat Oklahoma this weekend.
Okay.
You just
like
hate
to
OU.
I'm over
I
your
just
like
hate
to
OU.
plant my flag
I'm over your
now.
dumb.
Well, he
You
did pick Florida last week too.
Ooh, you picked Florida to beat Arch Manning. Ooh.
Well, now I'm picking Mike Hawk to look limp.
Hey, what is Mike Taylor
Texas does
saying
not
on
lose,
Monday if
not
Texas wins? What does Mike Taylor say on Monday if Texas wins?
Finally, we see him. He's Archie's here. God bless him.
No, if we're sitting here after a victory on Monday, I'd probably thank God Sark had the balls to bench Arch and play a competent quarterback. It ain't like Texas has Texas has other quarterbacks on their roster who know where to put their feet when they throw. Texas has other quarterbacks on their roster who don't sidearm it because they don't know what they're doing. Texas backup quarterback. He's a transfer. What the hell's his name? His name escapes me. He came in from another school. He's a senior. He's an experienced player. Caldwell, thank you. Caldwell is an experienced player. I'm not saying he's an SEC level starter, but
neither is Arch.
No, at least he knows how to throw the ball. Arch Manning has forgotten how to throw the ball because he's mentally shot. A kid who has been going to the Manning camp since he was 6 as a ball boy has forgotten how to throw. He's turned into Steve Sachs out there. He's turned into Chuck Knobloch.
Rick and Kill.
You can only get better if you play the backup. They won't. Maybe Arch gets hurt. Not that I want him to. The backup comes off the bench and rallies them. They ain't winning Oklahoma. Their offensive line sucks. Their defensive line sucks. The culture's fine, but the atmosphere around this particular group of players is shit.
Yes, and they lost a lot of pros.
Lost a shit ton of kids. Speaking of Oklahoma, by the way, they must have been listening. You bitched about the brick wall. They're going to pad the brick wall now, starting next home game.
You think? Yeah. I don't know if I want guys that run 4 threes with a brick wall 3 feet behind the goalpost. Like, who gets paid to make these decisions?
I don't know, man. But they've had that for a long time. But Venables was saying, what was the kid's name? Keontez Lewis, the kid that almost went into the wall head first. Brent Venables was saying it terrified me. I was terrified.
He could have been paralyzed. Oh my God,
we just killed somebody. So now they're going to put padding around the brick, over the brick. I bet they extended in the offseason, like move it back some. So they must have been listening to Rudy.
I'm no Longhorn fan. I will never be a Longhorn fan. But with from the soles of my feet to the top of my bald head this week, F you, Oklahoma. Okay. Sorry. It is what it is.
Tell him, Rudy.
It is what it is this week. Just this week, man. I got to ride with the home team. I mean, it is what it is. Y'all hate us, but you still all our players. So guess what? We hate you back. We hate you back. Hook them. Bench Arch at halftime. Go win the football game, and everything's right in the world.
Texas is going to be lucky to score 14 points in this game.
It's a really, really talented group of guys on deep. Brent Venables, it was only a matter of time. If he got a quarterback with the pulse, we saw what he did at Clemson. He put a bunch of guys in the NFL. That's what he do. And now, like Mike mentioned yesterday, number 1 against the pass, number 2 or something overall.
Against the rush. Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck to Arch. All right. Texas Cheer Liquor, the official liquor store of our show. He's got Eat Migos coming back out there. I saw last night.
Yeah, October 14th. We're gonna be doing some stuff with him. It's an influence food. If he's an influencer, let's just go with that.
Yeah.
He helped catapult the lit kits into freaking a world out of this world. So that's those cool. Lit kits that you got, Buki, Eat Migos.
So he's ran my cheeks.
Yes.
Yeah, Ran Your Cheeks was inspired by Eat Migos showing up and bringing lots of attention to the lit kit.
I appreciate him running my cheeks publicly for the world to see.
Okay. What store is that? That's the Petranco store, isn't it?
The one I'm at, number 1, Redbird Ranch.
Redbird Ranch. All right, very good. 7 area locations. All of them will give you 5% when you mention in the building. It is Texas Cheer Liquor. All right. You want to hear Mike Taylor's daily stat? of the day.
Okay. Yeah.
Who was Dan Patrick used to do stat of the day. Does he still do that?
Yeah.
All right. Trivia
Ernie
question.
did it too. Ernie's Nito stat of the night, brought to you by no one.
Okay. Well, hey, I'm happy to make this brought to you by somebody.
Who?
Reach out to us. If you want to partner with our show, reach out to us because we influence too, damn it. All right.
You are. We are.
All right. This week's stat of the day. Micah Parsons has 4 solo tackles thus far for the Green Bay Packers. They played how many games? 4?
4. They were off this week.
So Micah's getting $2 million a tackle because he gets $2 million a week, and he's got 4 solo tackles on the season. I thought this was a great stat. So Damar Chase, the first team All-Pro wide receiver of the Cincinnati Bengals. Jamar. Did I say Damar?
Same thing.
Jamar Chase. Okay, don't do that to me. I misspoke.
Big old long black one.
Jamar Chase, LSU great, has 5 tackles. Micah Parsons has 4. Chase plays wide receiver last time I checked. You got wide receivers with more tackles than that overrated,
Well played.
overspared,
Well played, sir.
overinflated, overhyped ass Micah Parsons, who had he been drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals, half this country wouldn't even know who the hell he was. 4 tackles for Micah Parsons a month into the season. And the only reason why Chase has 5 is because Jake Browning won't stop throwing interceptions. We got a wide receiver having to make tackles for the Bengals. More tackles than Micah Parsons. Man should be ashamed. Cowboys won that.
That is well played.
I ain't letting this go, Rudy. I ain't letting it go.
Well, Browning, they're tired of Jamar Chase tackling people, Mike, so much they traded for Joe Flacco.
I know. Their divisional foe. They went and brought in Joe Flacco yesterday.
Oh my God.
Flacco wins a Super Bowl early in his career. And then the rest of his career, he's stopgap. He's stopgap for shit team who gets her quarterback hurt. That's what he does. He's the fill-in quarterback. So Joe Flacco, are they going to start him?
Why not? Why not?
The Packers at Lambeau?
It just lets you know where this position is. That lets you know that a guy that won the Super Bowl MVP in 2009 is having to come and rescue teams.
Joe Burrow and Chase, they both should go on there together at the end of the season as a duo and say, we're out of here. They both should hold out next season. Cincinnati should have its franchise taken away for the bullshit they've done with those 2 guys. They're ruining the NFL's legacy. Joe Burrow is a Hall of Fame level quarterback who probably won't make it. Probably won't make it. Got all Hall of Fame ability, and he's going to go down as just a pretty good dude. And he's now missing a second freaking season. It's a shame. Effing shame. Effing shame. All right, show brought to you in part by GC Roofing and Construction. The official roofing company of In the Building is GC. Reach out to my guy, Russ. Apparently a pretty good singer now, based on that video we saw yesterday. He's a karaoke and some bitch. But more importantly, he and his guys are some roof putting on some bitches and some roof fixers. If you have roof issues and you need a roofer, our guys, GC Services Roofing and Construction, 210-347-0426. Reach out to Russ or reach out to me. I can put you in touch with Russ in a matter of minutes. So it's GC Services Roofing and Construction. All right. Jerry Jones got docked 250 large for flipping off Jets fans. Worth every penny, in my opinion. Jerry's like, oh, hell, cut him a check. Darla, send them a check. Send the league a check. And put a smiley face. Put a smiley face on there.
Or why don't you do it like Mark Cuban did and send it all in pennies?
That was so genius. God, that was so genius. And such an asshole thing to do. But
such an asshole.
So funny. Before we get out of here, you see Rico Dowdle all of a sudden, he's all up and he's feeling himself.
No, I didn't.
Who'd they beat? Carolina? Who'd they beat? Somebody not great. They beat somebody the other day. Oh, shit. Who'd the Panthers beat? They're coming off a win.
Oh, okay. Well, I know they beat Atlanta earlier in the year. I don't know.
Who the hell the Panthers? They're a little better, and that's that kid that plays quarterback at Carolina. Dolphin. Yeah, they beat the shitty Dolphin. They beat the Dolphins.
Bryce Young's coming into his own.
I hope so. It's good to see. I'm a fan of quarterbacks. I watch the league. I love star quarterbacks. You know, I thought Tua might be a star there for a minute. They need to move on from him as soon as they can, although they got him under contract. I was good to see Herbert show flashes this year. I love to watch Sunshine Trevor Lawrence the other night. Looked like that might have been the one that gets him over the hump, maybe. I love star quarterbacks. That's what carries the NFL. They're quarterbacks, they're marquee dudes, they're $50 million a year guys. And it's been a shame to see Bryce Young not get coached and developed in that shit organization. It's nice to see him have a couple of strides this year. Now, I would like his team to lose on Sunday against the Cowboys. But how about Rico Dowdle, journeyman running back who only started here last year?
What did he say?
He told the Cowboys to buckle up as he gets ready to face his former team. He's feeling his. He had 200 yards the other night against Miami. What did he go for? 206. That's how bad the Dolphins are. You let Rico Dowdle go off for 206 on your ass. And now he's all, tell them Cowboys to buckle up. Okay. All right, we're going to buckle up. Why do that? The Cowboys defense is already extremely mediocre. It's the worst defense in the league statistically.
Yeah.
Why motivate them? Why
Right.
say anything? Buckle up. Dude, you're just a dude. You're just a guy. What are we doing? Why give the Cowboys bulletin board material? What a dumbass. Feeling himself after going. Hey, he can tell his grandkids. His grandkids will tell their grandkids. 50 years ago, we had somebody in our family had a 206-yard game in the NFL. That's incredible. That's great. That's great. And Dowdle's he's all right.
He's a guy.
Come on, man. Buckle up. You have not reached tell the other team buckle up status.
No.
Yet. You ain't there. Saquon Barkley can tell people to buckle up. You don't get to say buckle up. I admire the confidence, but there's a difference between being confident and being dumb, and that was dumb.
Right.
That was
Sure.
dumb. Speaking of which, we will have Cowboys postgame show after the Panthers game Sunday here on Love You Hard TV. You're looking for the links. Y'all jump on right after the game. It's a noon start, and Rudy and me and Bouquet will have Cowboys postgame show Sunday after the game is over. If you're looking for a place to watch the game Sunday, Slackers, you got 5 locations to choose from in and around the area. You got 281 in Thousand Oaks. You got Med Center up on Fredericksburg Road. You got the one over behind North Star Mall on Rector. You've got the one on St. Mary's right here near downtown. And who am I missing? Nacogdoches. 5 locations, sports, drinks, and games. Slackers, the official sports.
And come watch the Red River game with me Saturday at the North Star location. Think Bookie's going to come hang out.
Excellent.
Yeah, y'all come hang out with me. Come watch
Say that
the game
again.
with me.
I undersold that. Say that again, Rudy.
It's all good. Saturday, OU, Texas, Slackers at North Star, the Rector location. We're going to hang out. I'm going to have Bookie, you know, we're going to get some feedback from the fans before, during, and after the game. Get some stuff. Have some good times. Some Texas fans, a few OU fans. Come out to Slackers North Star, please. Watch the game with us, hang out, get you on camera, get your thoughts. And before the game, don't talk shit after if you don't talk shit before. So Slackers, Rector / North Star, come hang out with me Saturday and watch the game. Let's have a couple beers, get some food, talk some shit, and get some content. Slackers North Star, hang out with us.
I will be at a wedding.
You got a wedding, yeah. Who the hell's getting married? It's wedding season.
I'll be at a wedding, so I'll have.
And they ain't even in town, is it?
No, it's at a ranch about 50 miles south of here.
Hey, man, nothing wrong with free booze in a ranch.
Nice. Don't get me wrong. And so the guy who's getting married, the wedding is at his ranch. He owns it.
Oh, shit.
You know. Landman. Why didn't we go into oil and gas?
We're in the wrong business, brother. We're in the wrong business.
Anyway, so I got a wedding Saturday, and Mr. Mitch, he knows that I need to watch.
Oh, it's Mitch.
Game. It's Big Mitch. He knows I need to watch that game.
He'll probably have it on a goddamn 7,000-inch screen at the ranch. What are you talking about?
Well, and he was smart enough to schedule the wedding. I think it's at 3.
Oh, okay. It starts at 2:30. Good luck.
He knows. I know.
He knows.
He knows that I might have to go to the reception lower, and I've got YouTube TV on my phone. So
good. But
anyway, that's why I can't go to Slackers on Saturday. I can't get.
It's all good.
Let's see one. when you're with a lady who works for people like that, believe me, I ain't carrying her. She's carrying me these days. So I got to go to that wedding. So anyway.
Understood. Well, you get to come run Bookie's cheeks Saturday at North Star.
Yeah,
Slackers.
Bookie's gonna go. We're working in a year. We'll have ranches, but till
Right.
then, we got to keep.
Then we got to keep doing what we got to do.
The hustle is real. All right. Tomorrow, out of our apartments, we'll be at Chatterbox Studio tomorrow because we got TV duties. We'll be in that real pretty looking, beautiful studio, and I will have this on display tomorrow. This will be our
love it. Thank you, Henry. That is a beautiful helmet
right here tomorrow.
Very
How about
cool.
that mantelpiece? That's super cool. All right, y'all, we're done. Thank you to Dr. Giannis from Medical Vein Clinic, the official vascular surgeon in the building. Thank you to Bouquet. Thank you to people. Love it today. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Love you, Birds. Birds up.
Pretty good. We gotta keep on doing. You can